everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and in this edition we will cover the fast-paced mystery thriller called Out of Time. Released back on October the 3rd, 2003, it stars Denzel Washington, Saana Latham, Eva Mendes and Dean Cain, and John Billingsley, and it was directed by Carl Franklin. Now the story of Out of Time is set within Florida, where we follow Chief of Police Matt Lee Whitlock, who is secretly having an affair with an attractive resident known as Anne Marie Harrison, who is abused constantly by her husband, Chris, on several occasions. Now one day Matt takes Anne to hospital to learn that she has terminal cancer. Matt suggests that she goes to Switzerland to take her newly developed treatment, but overall it's too expensive to afford. Out of love and desperation, Matt steals $485,000 from a recent drug bust, and the two of them together plot to meet up to take the trip in order for Anne to receive the treatment. However, this is all destroyed after Matt is horrified to learn that Anne's house has exploded in the house fire, and it seems that both her and Chris died in the explosion. Matt's wife Alex, who he's divorcing, arrives as a detective, super determined to crack the case. As suspicions of foul play continue to increase, Matt becomes aware that there is potential evidence to lead him to be the potential culprit. As he takes desperate measures to cover all of his tracks, he soon uncovers dark secrets to suggest that everything that he thought was real was perhaps a complete lie. Now when looking back at Out of Time, it's a very solid thriller that's very slick and put well together. There's plenty of twists and turns, and despite the somewhat predictable ending, you're still very much engaged to see exactly what will happen. The movie also looks great, especially in HD, and to no surprise, Out of Time gives various vibes of an earlier Denzel movie called The Mighty Quinn, where ironically he also plays a police chief uncovering a murder mystery. Now that film had very good cinematography and visual shots of all the environments and the locations within its Caribbean setting, and I think Out of Time produces the same results, this time within its Florida environment. And speaking of aesthetics, it would be simply a crime itself not to highlight the two leading ladies within this film. We look at both here, Saana Latham and Eva Mendes, who are both extremely sexy and stunning and alluring in all of their presence. Now as the secondary role here within Anne Marie, Saana Latham carries both a confidence and a vulnerability, and this keeps you guessing as to what her true motives are, and overall it's a very good performance, and it does make you question as to whether Latham could have been a much more prolific actress within the early 2000s decade. Now Eva Mendes on the other hand was definitely more prolific during this time, and here where she plays the role of Alex, she has that simmering fierceness and resolve, and also performs very well, and it is quite amazing of how sexy she actually is despite not wearing anything particularly provocative, and she plays far less the sexualized personality as what Latham does, but she still equally looks just as sexy, and she shares very good chemistry with Denzel himself. And of course within this film we speak of the man himself in the lead role, and as always Denzel Washington provides that solid anchor with enough chemistry to keep you rooting for the character. Now within this story he plays that line where the character is morally questionable because of his affair that he has, and also the fact that he seems much more concerned with saving his own skin rather than finding out the real culprit and the absolute truth. And the best sequences within the film is where we see Matt scared, paranoid and on the run and trapped. This is especially the case where we have a great scene where we see Matt within a hotel where he's trying to find ties towards the money, and he comes under attack from a potential suspect, and then he finds himself trapped within the hotel itself as the police are finding their way in, also trying to track down the suspect. It's a very good set piece, generating lots of tension, and it's very well put together. I also credit the musical score by Graham Revell, which has a very touch of class about it. Overall just making the film a very pleasurable watch and entertaining once more. So we move on to the release of the movie, and Out of Time wasn't really that much of a box office success, grossing around $55.5 million from a $50 million budget. And to be honest, at the time, it's not really a sensational thriller. A lot of Denzel's movies tend to be more adult orientated rather than big giant movie blockbusters. In 2003, we were in the era of the Harry Potter franchise, The Matrix, The Lord of the Rings, and also the superheroes in terms of Spider-Man, and also the X-Men movies. So something like Out of Time, which is much more smaller in scale, wouldn't have really had that much of a reach in terms of mainstream audiences. But despite that, and it itself being a forgotten entry in Denzel's career, I still think Out of Time is a very good, compelling, and engrossing thriller. Again, very unpredictable to an extent in terms of the actual mystery itself, and will definitely keep you engaged, and is most definitely worth a watch, if not only for the story, but also the fact that we have two extremely sexily attractive women in their prime in both Saana Latham and Eva Mendes. In any movie featuring those two is most definitely worth a watch. So that's it then in terms of my overall review of the movie Out of Time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you have any other further movies, television series, or any other topics within the pop entertainment and culture scene that you'd like to see me cover within the channel, then also let me know within the comments, and I'll see if I can provide further commentary for you on that subject matter within the future. Please also hit like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.